like, you're gonna be behind the 8 ball, uh, you certainly will be able to pick it up fairly quickly. So Coach Igor will be back. Thank you, Igor. And then I have a new coach, Coach Evan. And Evan was taught by an Olympiad. His grandfather is like, I think, third in the nation. So he learned how to play pickleball at a very young age. So I'm very excited to have him on our team as well. But we'll be playing for 8 sessions like we did the last time. We're going to start next Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. It runs an hour. Believe me, after an hour, you're kind of like, okay, that's good, because I'm starting to get a little tired. And then the best part of pickleball, I think, is the social mixer afterwards. We always say it's only going to be for a half hour, but you know the Johnnies, we love to party. So usually no one wants to leave 9:30, whatever it is. But you're welcome to leave at any time. But we have beer, wine, and we always have like sandwiches and salads, like a really nice spread for everybody. The commitment to the pickleball is, like I said, the 8-week session, and that will be a cost of $80. So it's about $10 per session. But like I said, you're getting 2 coaches that are really going to teach you the game. And then we play it on the tennis courts at St. John's on the Queens campus, right off of Union Turnpike. And the tennis courts are transformed into a pickleball court. We use different nets and we use rubber markings. So you kind of know, where you're supposed to play, within the boundaries of where you're supposed to play the game. I do recommend this time, I never told anyone the last time, but after doing some reading and research about the game, they really do recommend that you wear tennis shoes. Tennis sneakers, because I did find when I wore sneakers that weren't like tennis, for the courts, I did find that I was like getting stuck and it was a little slippery. So I would recommend that. Everybody brings their racket. We don't provide rackets, but we do provide the balls. And like I said, we provide the nets and obviously the coaching. It's some water if it tends to be, a little warm. But I have to say, again, I'm not a super athletic person. And I took the game up. Dylan taught us in the office. We were actually playing around our desks. And the way I would describe it, I'm going to let the guys speak, from their perspective, although keep in mind they are tennis players. If you
I know that feeling.
You do? Okay. So if you ever played tennis, you will pick it up very, very quickly because you really know how to hit the ball and how to hold the racket. For me, like I said, I didn't have that background, but I love ping pong. And to me, it's just one big giant ping pong game. And I really think it's fun. It's a great way to let out stress. And what I will say about this group, I've been at St. John's for 18 years and I've worked with so many alumni groups. And I cannot say enough about this group. They are the nicest people you're ever going to want to meet. Just lovely, lovely people. And I looked forward every Wednesday. I couldn't wait to go and hang out with the PBJs. So that's my story. That's the scenario, and the details. So if you're interested and you want to join our pickleball club, like I said, we're starting next Wednesday, but please, call my office. We can leave, Dylan, if you don't mind, maybe in the chat, just leave the telephone number if they want to call, leave their payment, and if they have any other questions. But I'm going to turn to, oh no, we lost Igor. I was going to turn to Igor, but I'll wait because I know he's driving. Dylan, I'm going to turn to you. What's your perspective and what can you share with the group about pickleball and what you saw as people were just starting to learn the game?
So I unfortunately didn't get to be there for all 8 weeks. I only got to see the first week of pickleball. Right. And of course, my observation was that it brought a lot of people together and it created this really cool community. To me, like, besides the competitiveness of the sport and, people coming in wanting to hit the ball hard, I mean, the cool part about it is that it was very social and people were enjoying. And don't worry, like the first few sessions, we're going to take it extremely slow. Last year as well, when we first started, it was a lot cooler outside. So because we're having pretty hot weather right now, the first few sessions, we're really going to focus on understanding the sport itself, knowing how to play, because you'd be surprised in tennis, you can get away with hitting the ball very hard and be very energetic. But with pickleball, surprisingly, it's actually not about the strength, but it's more about the feel of the ball and placement, which is that's the cool thing about the sport. And if you really do understand how to play the sport properly, it does become it's very fun. The points last for a very long time, and it's almost I don't want to say collaborative, because you are still playing against the other person, but you do get in these small little battles with the other player. So it is very enjoyable. I will say it is very important that you do have the correct shoes, because when you're playing on a tennis court, obviously we have hard courts at St. John's. They are it's very easy to hurt yourself if you have the wrong shoes. Your foot might get caught. So just make sure that you are wearing runners or tennis shoes, because that will definitely be a big help. Also, I think what you didn't mention, Susan, is that we have all the balls. We bring all the balls.
Yes.
We have all the nets. We turn the courts, but you will need to bring your own paddles. We have extra paddles, obviously, that we bring to the courts
Just in
in case you forget them. But obviously, if you have your own, that would be great as well, depending on what final number we do get. But overall, it's a really, really fun sport. I can definitely see myself doing it for many years to come. It's growing exponentially all around the world.
It is.
I know that in Florida, it's gained a lot of traction. I just found out that even one of the Lifetime gyms in Garden City just converted their basketball court into a pickleball court. So it is definitely picking up a lot of traction here in New York as well. So it's a lot of fun. And again, we don't plan on just doing it for these 8 weeks now, but we'll also do it in the future. Even during the winter, there's possibilities to go indoors. So I really see this being a year-long thing where we build this Pickleball Johnnies, this club. So those were my observations.
No, thank you. Thanks, Dylan. And I love that you opened up with it being collaborative and fun and so forth. And that's really what it's about. I really, like I said, I was just looking forward to seeing everybody. And actually at the end, we had a big party on campus as our little closing ceremonies. And believe it or not, I got choked up because I said I was going to miss everyone. I mean, really, that's how much I just really enjoy being among everyone's company. I guess because I'm single and I'm in my mid-50s. And for me, it's not that easy to find places where you can mix and mingle with people your own age. And this was kind of exciting, where I could meet up with people, and there were couples and there were some people, who were single. It was, it was definitely mixed and all different ages. But it was just nice to be among, for me being single, to be with other single women and men that the same age as me. So that was kind of fun too. And especially on campus, it kind of brought me back that I was back my college days, reminiscing. We would all talk about our school days. So that was a lot of fun too. Roger, I'm going to put you on the spot. I know you didn't play with the Pickleball Johnnies, but you have played pickleball, and being a tennis player now, and of course, Roger, I hear, is an excellent tennis player. What can you share with us that, you observed about the game and for anyone that's just starting out?
Yeah, so hi everyone, my name's Roger. Nice to meet you all. And yeah, pickleball is a great sport. And although it's not, it's a smaller court, everything, you still get a good workout. It's not entirely physically demanding. Like you can really play the way you want to play at any age. It's built for everyone. So I think that it's really important to understand that like you can play and get a great workout. You can meet people like we've been talking, like everything about the sport is very, very cool. And I really enjoy playing it because it has similarities to tennis. It's like strategically, you need to build the points, you need to think outside the box, and it doesn't require as much, physicality in it. You can really just think more strategically and enjoy playing points in that sort of way. Yeah.
No, that's great. And I like what you said. I mean, it's definitely great exercise as well. But like Roger said, it has the tendencies of tennis, but I don't think it has such the severe demands like tennis is. And for myself, Some of the people I played with, some of them like to slam the ball. I'm presently working with the physical therapist, and she told me that, walking is probably not the best thing for my back. So I said, I guess pickleball won't be the best thing either. And she started laughing. But what I do is I try to play with people that I know are going to volley, more than slam the ball and, be a little more aggressive. So everybody plays a little differently, and you can kind of, and you can see where everybody gravitates to the type of players that, mirror them. So that's very easy too. So you won't get stuck with someone that's going to make you run the ball, even though if I do get stuck, they're like, Susan, how come you didn't run for the ball? I said, I'm not running for the ball. I'm playing it like ping pong. So I just let the ball pass me. I know they probably want to kill me, but I'm like, sorry, I can't play it that way. But Warner, you had your hand waving, and you're one of the Pickleball Johnnies. So if you're on the call, I can't tell or not. Can you share as a new PBJ what it was like to be part of the group? Where is he, Werner? There you are.
It was a lot of fun, and and it was very nurturing. And everyone, there were a couple of times when we played, there was just the guys were playing, and we were really slamming the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And other times when we were playing a little less intensely, it was very nurturing. We had a lot of fun.
Yes.
That's the best way to describe it. And I have one question.
Sure.
Are we gonna have special parking privileges again?
Yes, you will. Mm-hmm. No problem. Yep.
Okay.
We'll have the parking spots reserved for you. So that's not a problem. We have the parking lot right next door to the tennis courts, so that makes it easy too. I didn't see you, Teresa. Hello.
I'm sorry, I joined late.
No, that's okay. I'm so glad that you joined us. So
I know
great.
nothing. Just you don't have to
Have
cater
you
to
ever
me, but I
played
just want you to know I know
pickleball
nothing. No.
Have you ever played? No.
No.
Are you thinking about it? You should join
Yes.
us. Oh,
Yes.
terrific. We'd love to have you. So Igor, thank God you're not driving and talking at the same time. So we definitely have to hear from Coach Igor, because he's the one every week, loyal and committed, had to help all of us try to learn how to play the game. So you're on mute. So if you unmute yourself, can you share what were your observations in watching this all unfold for the 8 weeks?
Well, when it started, it was shaky, not gonna lie, but I think as
All your honesty.
as we progressed, I think when people got a hang of the game, it seemed like everybody was enjoying themselves much more. So, I think Dylan summarized it pretty well. It's a very collaborative game, and it's very easy to play. So, and it's very easy to get a hang of, really. And we will make sure to start with getting everybody up to speed. And once we do that, I think everybody's gonna have a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, I really think if we have, like Teresa or Jeannie, Fran, any of them want to play, and we have, we do have some of our PBJs that started with us in May, they'll be coming back. I don't think you're going to feel like, oh, wow, they're so far ahead of me, because we got into the game and we started playing the game. But what I noticed was, everybody was not playing exactly the way you should be playing the game. So I did give Coach Igor a heads up. I'm like, you really have to look at us a little more closely now and kind of polish us up, because my hope is that when everybody comes back in the spring, we have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day weekend down in Naples, Florida, from like Thursday to Sunday. It's fantastic. And we have, kickoff party. We march in the parade in Naples with, we have a trolley. We have a post-parade celebration. We have a brunch. We're at all the different country clubs and so forth. I'm going to try to set up a PGA pro to do a golf clinic as well. So we thought it would be really fun to bring the New York PBJs down to see if we could get a group of alumni down in Florida. And we could actually, for one day, kind of have a competition. So Coach Igor, you're going to have to prepare us for this, okay? Because we don't want to look bad, because I hear down in Florida, they're really good down there because they're retired and they play every single day like they play golf down there. So I hope people will be able to make it down to Florida. So that's my dream, if we can do that. But for right now, we really just want to get a good group to come next week. And, you know, sometimes I have to say, we really lucked out with the weather. There was one time I had to purposely change the day, and it turned out it rained that day and we lucked out. And there was one other day that there was rain, and so we changed it. But other than that, you know, we played every Wednesday, and we had no problems. So God was on our side. I don't know if I had the Vincentians putting the prayers in or something, but it worked for us, you know. So now for the new people that are not PBJs, that want to be PBJs, please let me know your thoughts about this. Are you thinking about signing up?
Oh,
Who's that?
a
Someone's
little
talking.
bit. She's beautiful. What's her name?
Who that
Oh,
is.
how
Oh,
old is
somebody's
she?
on the line. I don't know. Oh, he muted himself. But I don't know, Fran, Jeannie, any thoughts of
I
what
have
you
a
heard so
question.
far? Yeah, sure,
You-
Fran.
Is it only open to alumni? Because I also work with some friends on campus who seem to be interested. Can
Well,
they?
if they're staff, are they staff and administrators, or, oh yeah, with the employees are allowed to join. You know, if someone really, I get a sense like someone doesn't want to really come by themselves and they really want to bring their girlfriend or their friend along with them, I have no problem with that. But we really are trying to keep it to alumni and
Okay.
employees only. But
Oh,
yeah, encourage them.
Employees though, employees too, because I have
definitely.
about maybe 4 or 5, so I'm
Who is
giving
that?
them all
Maybe
the
I know them.
information.
Do I know them?
Pat
Wait.
Marsha,
Oh, I know Pat very well.
maybe Joanne Heiser,
Oh, great.
Lisa Getman,
I know the name. I don't, I probably would know the
Patty
face. 'Cause-
Haas.
Oh, I know Patty. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so tell them, tell them if they want to join us, definitely. Yeah,
All
we'd
right,
love to
great.
have them. Oh, that's great.
And I also wanted to mention,
Sure.
this Zoom call right now will be, so it is recorded. So if people weren't able to make this session, we can, like, the people who missed out, they can also see and get all the information as well. If you do have other people in mind, if you want as well, I'll just mention this now. I have added our office phone number in the group chat. So the number is
thank you.
718-990-8423. So if you want to write that number down and, you know, you tell me, hey, Dylan, you know, I thought about this other person, just let me know and I'd be more than happy to forward this video recording to the others who weren't able to make it tonight. So I just wanted to add that in. I know
And again, yes, thanks so much, Dylan. That's so great. The other thing is, it's not all women that play. I thought we had a great balance of men and women. And like I said, it was really all ages. I would say probably we were like at 50 and we ran to like mid 70s or so. But also, you know, we had Igor and we had Dylan playing, and I have another student associate, Jason, and he brought some of the seniors to play. And I said, I don't know why they say this is a game for 50 years and older, because like the guys were saying just now, certainly they're in their 20s, they love to play the game too. So it's not, you know, for the mature, you know, person. Anybody could play it. So I know sometimes people are like, you know, if they play tennis or something, like, I'm not going to play pickleball. Like, I'm not a senior citizen or something like that. First of all, in my department, senior citizen, that's a bad word. We don't use that word. No one's allowed to use that word. It doesn't exist anymore. But like I said, it's for everybody. It's just a fun game. So I hope we really gave you a perspective. I know for some of the guys on the call, again, it's not all women. And if it is, you're a lucky guy if you want to join us. But it really is, it's a fun game. It really is. So I really do hope you join us. I know another question I was being asked is, I'm not sure if I can go to all 8 weeks. Can I pay individually? Well, to tell you the truth, we really just need everybody's commitment up front. Just think of it as a donation to the school if you can't come that 1 week. It'll just make it easier accounting wise for all of us if you could just pay the full amount, the $80 up front. But like I said, that comes out to be $10 a week, and you'll have two very professional athletes teaching you how to play on really nice courts, on a really nice atmosphere on campus. And afterwards, you get like free beer, wine, and delicious food. And it's not McDonald's. It's really nice, Italian gourmet. Everybody's always surprised at the food, but that's my reputation. Good food and good drink is always gift planning provides. So you'll have a lot of fun too. You'll feel like you're back in college again. So if you have any other questions before we sign off, please. Welcome.
I do.
Sure. Who's that? Jeannie?
This is
Okay,
Jeannie, yes. I actually wanted to join this last time, but there was so many dates. There was so many dates that I couldn't make. It didn't work out.
Right.
Now, how exactly do you sign up? You sort of alluded to that early on,
That's a
but
good
what
question.
exactly do we need to do?
You can ask my GA Dylan. He'll answer that question.
Okay.
So there is a link that will be sent to you, and that will redirect you. So if you it will take you to a page called Pod Web. You will be able to purchase a ticket on that main page. You put in your details, and it'll send you a confirmation via email. So I will, once I get the list of people who are interested in attending, I will then provide that link for registration, and you'll get that, very, very soon.
So really write down the number, Jeannie. Anybody
I got it.
interested, write down our office number.
Got
Call
it.
the
Say it
office.
again.
Yeah, it's 718-990-8423. And if you don't get us, there'll be a voicemail. Just leave a message with your name and your telephone number. We'll call you back if you don't get us. But there's always somebody, from like 9 to 4 o'clock. You can always get somebody. And then you can make your payment with one of my students that answers the phone. And then once we have that, we'll add you to a list. And like Dylan said, we'll send out an email that have the link. And each week I send out an email just to remind anyone, in case it's like, oh, everyone this week, it looks like we're going to have to play Monday or Friday is going to be the backup day in case, if it rains or there's something that comes up. Sometimes they have a function on campus or the tennis team needs to use the courts and we're unable to use it that day. But, we'll let you know like the day before. So just look for the email. And then we usually ask everyone, can you just let us know if you're definitely coming? Because this way, not that it's a big deal to set up the nets, but if we don't have to set up, 5 nets instead of, only 3 nets, it's a little easier. It's just good to know how many people are coming because I have to order the food too. So that's always something good to know. So that it's that easy. Just call, make your payment, and then we'll give you the link and you'll register and then you'll get the information. So
When does it
it's
start?
very easy.
I
It
have
starts
one more-
next Wednesday, September. If I said 6th, I'm sorry, it's September 7th, right? Yeah, September 7th.
At what time does it usually start?
It starts at 7 p.m. sharp. And like I said, the tennis courts, which is right alongside of Union Turnpike. So where you have to park is really if you're taking the Long Island Expressway, then you would be going down, you would make a right on Union Turnpike heading west. And then you didn't hear this from me, you can make an illegal U-turn on the other side of Union Turnpike, but I never said that. And then you'll see 2 parking lots. And you just go to the second parking lot entrance and right in there. And then the courts, you'll see they're right next door. And we'll be right there. There'll be the students there to greet you. If you're coming from the Grand Central, again, you could take Utopia all the way down to Union Turnpike and make a left and again, do the, illegal U-turn, which is easier than rather go all the way down, whatever. But it's easy to get to. If by chance you get lost on campus, always go through the main gate where it says St. John's University off Utopia Parkway, and there's a security guard. We'll make sure that he's aware that everybody's playing and he can give you directions. And we always leave a cell number, right, Dylan? And
Yeah.
usually in the email. a contact number. So you could always call us and say, I'm lost. Because that happened a couple of times the first day. Some people got lost on campus. Because the campus looks very different if you haven't been there in probably 10 years, 20 years. It's a totally different campus. And we usually, if anyone's free, we usually give people tours of campus because sometimes when they come on campus, they kind of want to see what it's like because they haven't seen the whole campus. So like I said, it's a very nice experience. It really is. Teresa, you had a question?
So all we need, I know, I'm sorry, I came late to the game. No
Yeah,
pun
that's
intended.
okay.
But so all we need to bring is paddles and
Yes, tennis
wear appropriate
sneakers
shoes.
or sneakers. Now, Dylan, is it just tennis sneakers or are there other sneakers that are okay,
I mean,
that you would approve of?
there's a little bit of a cultural difference because in Australia we don't call it tennis sneakers. So I just want to be careful. So when we say
Excuse
tennis
me.
shoes, no, it's because we say tennis
Shoes.
it's just
Well, probably shoes. We say shoes too, but I'm such a New
like
Yorker.
you should look at the bottom of the shoe and it should have ridges, if that makes any sense. Or just normal regular running shoes that you would do that you would go to the gym with or whatever, as long as they're not leather sneakers or ones that aren't breathable, that are very rigid. That wouldn't be ideal.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, just to add to that, you don't want any shoe that if you like try to move your foot sideways, it's like you don't want your foot to slide. So if you imagine if you're wearing a running shoe, it's very soft, so you would feel your foot sliding along in the shoe towards the side. In a tennis shoe, the entire shoe is gonna move with your foot because it's very firm on you. So that just a way not to roll your ankle on the tennis courts. That's all. That's what the safety precaution is for.
So I have an excuse to purchase an outfit and new sneakers. Oh, perfect. I love it. All right. Did we answer any? Werner, you have any questions or anything else you want to add to the call?
No, I'm just wondering, are you going to dive at the net this year?
Am I going to what?
Dive.
I didn't dive in the net.
No, there was someone who was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So okay, I'll tell you this very quick story. Thanks, Werner. So someone that had played pickleball quite extensively and seemed very competitive. In fact, I told him, we would love to have you play, but I think you would get bored because we're all beginners and we're not, this is fun. We don't want to compete. So he, was kind of scaring us and saying, be careful, you can get hurt, blah, blah, blah. Well, he wasn't totally incorrect. I mean, obviously, with any active sport, you do run the risk of some injury. But the first game, I said to Dylan, oh, you're just going to show him, the rudimentary stuff. How bad could this be? There's no thing. But in the back of my head, I was thinking of this man, and I was like, oh, he got me really nervous. So sure enough, we had to go to Alley Pond because we couldn't play that day on the tennis courts. I think we needed to be inside. So we're playing, and all of a sudden, all the guys are like, Susan, come here, come here. Someone fell. I said, oh no, the first day. And what happened was they had bifocals, and they said later on, I found out they were supposed to go to the eye doctor and adjust their eyeglasses. But with the bifocals, that's with anything. They say usually when you have bifocals, you even have to be careful going down the stairs. And so I guess she misjudged, and she went head forward right into the net. She was very lucky, like her eyeglasses didn't, crack and go into her eye or anything. She scraped her elbow. She said she was going to come for the next game, and then she never showed up again because I think it traumatized her. But like I said, you do have to be careful, and that's the reason why I think we really have to stress the proper shoes to wear, because that does make a difference. But then again, like I said, I know what my PT said. So am I going to go now running for the ball? No. You have to make sure that you play within your ability. Because I could see, you're running for the ball. When I started to play, I thought I was 20 years old. And then when I finished playing, God had a big laugh and my body, felt it. But and then afterwards, that's why I say I just want to volley because I know my limitations. And that's what's great about this game. You can really play within your ability. And then you just play with others that are kind of at the, similar skill. So I think that's what's really nice about the game. But,
You play
again, you have to be careful.
You play singles or doubles?
We play doubles.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have so many people, then we play doubles. Yeah. Yeah. But no, good question. Thank you. So that's pickleball, and that's the Pickleball Johnnies. So we hope you become a PBJ person, and we're excited. We can't get back, can't wait to get back into the game again. So hopefully we will get tons of calls tomorrow. Monday, obviously Labor Day, we're closed, but if you call us on Tuesday, we can get you all set up and ready to go on Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock. So thanks so much for taking the time. It was great to meet all of you, our fellow Johnnies. And again, I hope I see all of you on Wednesday. Thanks so much. And thanks, guys. Igor and Dylan
Thank you.
and Roger. Thanks so
Thank
much
you.
for coming on the call. Take care.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy your evening.
Yeah.